So without further ado, let's dive into today's sharing. Okay, so City. Okay, just a quick snapshot for who we are. City is a digital marketing institute. We train a lot of courses over the past year, one of the top leading digital marketing school in Singapore. Our courses are WSQ approved. Basically, as a learner, what it means to me is we have uh, assurance in terms of the quality of delivery, quality of trainer, and the kind of assessment rigor that we take in terms of delivery of training. Course fee are skill future credit and NTUC UTAP funding eligible. Basically, what it means to a trainer is we can tap on skill future grants, NTUC UTAP, some of these education grant for lower or no cost fee. Okay. And if you'd like to find out more about the courses that we offer from e-commerce to video content to SEM, just scan the QR code or go to emarcity.com. Today's course again is not to promote our courses, although it's a soft sell to promote our courses, but to really have a glimpse to what the future of 2025 entails when it comes to using generative AI to do content creation. So a quick glimpse of how the classes are conducted. Okay, for today's session, in the next about 52 minutes, we'll run through a quick glimpse of using generative AI to do content creation. If you like the class, if you like this kind of content, sign up for the full course. Much more to be learned from each of the subject matter experts. Okay, a bit about myself before we dive into today's topic. My name is Yok Xiang, Cantonese Chinese name, very hard to pronounce, so just call me YS. Feel free to utilize the chat at any point of time to ask any questions that you may have. If you want to, you can also unmute yourself to ask any questions. Feel free to interact. I've been doing marketing for 13 years now, over 15 industry, from government, social enterprise to management consulting. Right now, I'm working in one of the big four agency, leading a team of about 15 marketers across Asia, 10 years hands-on advertising experience, digital advertising. Been teaching for 7+ years now. And I also run a consultancy firm on the side, engaging SME owners and marketers how to do marketing operation, how to hire the right talents, how to retain talents, marketing talents especially better. Okay. So objective for today, so all of you guys are quite busy, and thanks for joining me on a Tuesday evening when you could have better things to do, spending time with your family or enjoying your dinner or going for a workout. So what we're trying to achieve for today is these four objectives. Learn what are some of the no cost, zero cost generative AI tool. There are a lot of generative AI tools out there. As an instructor, I don't like to teach learners the best AI tool. Why? Because some of these Gen AI tool cost a bomb. And I don't think it's the best tool to be taught when it comes to entrepreneurs and SME owners when we are first starting out. We want to really use the cost efficient tool and give us the good result. So I'll be sharing cost efficient tool, zero cost to you. Of course, you can sign up for the subscription model. So for instance, ChatGPT. There's a free version, but we can use the free version good enough. If you like it more, you can sign up for the paid version. So number one objective, no cost generative AI tool. Number two objective, learn these generative AI tools, what can it do for content production? Okay. Then if you want, practice with me as I go along with the class. The speed of me going for hands-on today will be quite fast. Unlike our usual 2-day session whereby we will cater ample time for everyone to practice. If you do not have enough time to practice later on, just bear with me because really I'm trying to pack everything short. If you are feeling a bit lazy, I know it's been a long working day for some of you, just sit back. I will demo on my screen also. So if you do not have the time or do not have another device with you to practice while I share or while I demo, it's fine. Just watch my screen, and when you're free later on or tomorrow or at any time, you can try hands-on on your own separately. And lastly, the fourth objective we want to achieve is a glimpse of how the courses is conducted. Okay. So I'm one of the trainer with eMastery. Together with me, we have many trainers. All of us are practitioners. Some of us run our own agency. Some of us works in platforms. Some of us are TikTok shop owners and so on. Okay. The style that I allow to carry out for my teaching is not a one-way sharing. All of you are also facilitators and trainers on your own. You have a lot of knowledge to share. So feel free to utilize the chat, ask any questions or share your experience. Okay. So feel free to interact, ask any question. Okay, so diving into today's session, I think before we go into generative AI, it's good to share more about the evolution of AI. Bear with me if you have been hearing a lot about AI, you know a lot of what it is already, just to set the context for everyone. So AI is a discipline. Okay. Artificial intelligence is a discipline. What do I mean by discipline? Engineering. Engineering is a discipline. Okay. Within engineering, there is mechanical engineering, there's electrical engineering, there's electronics engineering. Okay. Similar to AI, AI is a discipline. Within AI, there's machine learning, there's deep learning, there's generative AI. So AI is the broad umbrella of the discipline. Then as we dive into each aspect, today our focus is on generative AI. Okay, so what's the difference between each of them? Okay, so AI is about teaching machine to think, to make decision like a person. Okay, and over the years, right, it has grew better and better in terms of making decisioning and also making analysis. When it first started, what we do is we teach machine to learn from example. Example, initially in many years back, machine can't really tell, okay, is this a dog or is this a cat? So we need to train it. Okay, so we give them machine photos and say, this is dog, this breed of is also a dog, that breed is also a dog. Okay, this one has 4 legs and has 2 ears, doesn't mean it's a dog, it's a cat. So we teach machines through photos, telling them, okay, which is cat, which is dog. Okay, so with the amass of data, we then move on to deep learning. Okay, deep learning is somewhat more complex understanding. Okay, now machine can differentiate cats and dogs, okay, from images that we taught. But how about voices? When a dog bark, okay, so is it a dog or is cat? Or when a cat meow? So this is about deep learning, understanding the faces, the voices, the tone. Then in our current era, generative AI. Okay, generative AI is after going through machine learning and complex understanding, AI is able to generate new content. Okay, just like when you go to ChatGPT and prompt, where's the best chicken rice in Singapore? Then generative AI or ChatGPT will actually respond to you and give you a suggestion. Okay, based on what it has learned over the past data points that it collected or analyzed, it creates answers and contents images for you. So today's sharing is focused on Gen AI for content marketing. Okay, so why do we want to leverage on generative AI? Okay, the reason I kept it simple, 4P. Okay, we want to use generative AI because it solves some of our biggest resources challenge: penny, money, people, crunch, productivity, efficiency, and period time. What Gen AI can help in the sense that it help us lower content creation costs. Okay, with generative AI, a lot of times when it comes to concept or comes to initial ideation storyboard, we can actually generate quite fast compared to years back. Okay, so we can generate visuals, create copies for different copies, platforms at a very fast speed without involving too much of a cost. Okay, people and productivity. Okay, it can reduce excessive production processes and manpower. Imagine you sitting down to write 10 different versions of ad copy, translating it to 10 different languages. Okay, we myself, I don't know 10 language, but with Gen AI, we can feed one version and we can actually translate into many different language, even for video, even for dubbing. Okay, and then period time, one of the uh currency that most of us wish to have more. Okay, with Gen AI, we can actually meet tight deadlines faster, surfacing concepts from different angles that we might have not spotted in the past, okay, and also raising the bar on innovation. So these are the four areas why we want to use Gen AI. Okay, reduce cost, lower cost. When we have people crunch, we are able to leverage on machine and Gen AI to produce content faster and saving time. Okay, so I put out some stats. So out of 100 people who work in agency, okay, so 74 of them is actually leveraging on Gen AI from creative ideation to campaigns performance to getting marketing insights. So the key to this is I just want to reemphasize if you are not using Gen AI for creative or for marketing right now, you're actually missing out. Okay, I myself actually leverage very heavily on uh, ChatGPT and the Gen AIs for my day-to-day work. Just a very funny sharing. So last Friday, I have access to co-working space. Last Friday, I was working at a co-working space, a lot of Gen Zs around me. So I noticed because they were talking while they were working, right? A lot of them was talking about how they use Gen AI to create this chart, how they use Gen AI to create this table to share with their boss. So use Gen AI. So today's sharing is a lot about Gen AI for marketers for content creation. Okay, so not taking from me and last Friday of what I heard, I also quote this source for, okay, let me, I'm blocking the slide, is it? Okay, let me reshare. Yes, okay, there you go. Hope it's better now. Okay, let me know if I'm going too fast or I'm still blocking the slide. Okay, so not taking only just from me. So what I've done is eMarketer. eMarketer is a market research firm. So what I pull out in is this insight. Uh, Basically, this is a 2x2 chart. It's trying to say that where you can use Gen AI the easiest and get the highest impact. So this area over here, generating ad copies, generating marketing headlines, okay, for your creative, for your marketing brochures. Okay, next, enhancing our content. Okay, maybe we have write a content article or we have produced a content in the past. How do we then massage the tone or change it to another language, improving operation workflow? Okay, then as we move on, generating video and so on, right now it's still quite difficult to implement, but Meta AI is going to introduce their video Gen AI soon. So just keep a lookout for that as it comes in the weeks or months ahead. Okay, so enough fluff, enough theory. Let's get hands-on. So if you have an extra device or if you're in front of a laptop or your tablet, feel free to, as I share, go to those websites and then we practice our hands-on together. For those of you who are feeling a bit, okay, you have enough for the day, it's fine. Just sit back and watch my demo. Okay, so today we will go through four tools: ChatGPT, TikTok script generator, Google Music FX, Meta AI. Okay, so ChatGPT, what is it ideal for? In my opinion, it's ideal for generating customer persona. Okay, so customer persona is an ideal individual, ideal customer. Why, when you hear marketers, right, why they like to sales and marketing folks, right? They will always like to say, oh, what's the customer persona? That is my customer persona. Why we need a customer persona is we need to be clear who we want to sell to. Imagine you're a salesperson, sell to anyone and everyone. He or she will be wasting a lot of time and resources, right? So we need to be very clear who is our target audience. And how do we know that? By doing up a customer persona. What age is the customer? What interest, what platform does the customer like to know? By knowing all these kind of details, we know where to reach out to our customer and how to sell to our customer, how to market to our customer. So that's ChatGPT, using it to generate customer persona. Second, TikTok script generator. In the past, to come out a video is very taxing already. even before coming out with a video content, right, we need to script, okay, what to say in the video, how to act in the video, okay. So we will do up a storyboard. Sometimes we will even draw, okay. These days, you have tools like TikTok script generator, generate for you the script, the lines to say, how to act, and what is the captions to be put, and also what screens and so on. So we'll do hands-on on it later on. Third one, Google Music FX. Okay, Google Music FX. We can use it to generate music. Give a prompt and then it will generate a music, a tone, a tune for you. Last but not least, Meta AI, generating image based on your prompt. So all these four tools are free to use, no cost to it. Okay, so with ChatGPT, you will be generating text later on. Same for TikTok script generator, for Google Music FX, generating music, and Meta AI, generating image. Okay, so before we dive into hands-on for each of the tools, right, I just want to emphasize the art of prompting. A lot of times we don't get the intended results. It's because how we prompt. Okay, so let's do a small practice over here. Okay, imagine all of you guys are an online durian store tauke. Okay, online durian store e-commerce. You are the boss of the durian store e-commerce owner. You intend to use ChatGPT to create a customer persona so that you can tell your marketing team, okay, when you do digital marketing, when you do ads, right, these are my target audience. Okay, so you want to create a customer persona and then share it with your marketing team. How would you craft your prompt in ChatGPT? Okay, so in the chat, okay, in the chat for Zoom, right, just type in the chat, how will you actually prompt? Okay, anyone want to give it a try? If you need to prompt ChatGPT to give you a customer persona for online durian store, what will you type in the prompt? Okay, thank you, Ju Hong, for volunteering. Okay, Ju Hong say, in the role of online durian store business owner, create an ideal persona for marketing team. Then Stan say, as a market research, give me some example of my customer persona for an online durian store. I'm an online durian store owner. Give me a customer persona for marketing. That's by Gerald. Okay, very good prompt. Okay, so now let me share with you this template. Okay. This template is not by me, it's by the one of the best practice in terms of that I gather when it comes to prompting. Okay. For some of you, from the way you prompt, I can tell that you have intended or done some reading before on how to do good prompts. Okay. So this is an ideal prompt template. Okay. Let me go through it first. Okay. So sometimes when we are lazy, right, we just go to ChatGPT and say, create a customer persona for online e-commerce durian store. Okay, that will be our prompt. But in ideally, our prompt should be like this. Okay, very lengthy, I know, but let me explain. You need to first tell Gen AI what is their role. Okay, what's their creator role? Some of you mentioned business owner, some of you mentioned market research. Okay, so give them the role. After you give them the role already, they are clear who they are. Tell them what is the goal that you want to achieve. You want a customer persona. Okay. Third, specify the audience. Okay. Specify the audience. Targeting fruit lovers and foodies in Singapore. Okay. The geography that you're targeting. So context and parameters. Okay. And lastly, format of the output. Okay, you might think that, oh, why, as this is a very lengthy prompt. I agree with you. Okay, this is one of the best practice, but you do not always need to use such prompt technique, sorry. But just keep in mind some of the key ones that you need to remember is always specify the creator role, always specify what is the role that you want Gen AI to play for you, what is the goal, what is the deliverable you want to achieve, and specify audience and context. If not, it can go quite broad for your answer. Lastly, specify the format of the output. If you have a specific format, you want it in table form, you want it in a header with bullet points, specify the format of the output. Okay, I know for some of you who come across this for the first time, it's a lot to take in. Yeah, but just keep in mind this the next time you do prompting. Okay, imagine you are a generate this deliverable. I'm targeting who and or any parameters, format your response in this format. And as a result, let me just demonstrate. Okay, so I use the ChatGPT as a marketing director, yada, 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 and this is the end result. So because I specify the parameters, right, in Singapore, targeting fruit lovers and foodies, it is more precise targeting Singapore, okay? And then I also give parameters about what kind of tone, what kind of brand image we are, fun and Singapore proud brand, okay? So the quality of your output from Gen AI is better compared to if you go to Gen AI and say, produce for me a durian store customer persona. Okay. One of you asked what is parameters? Okay, parameters basically is okay, let me find an example. Okay, so parameters, example, if I'm targeting audiences in Singapore, right, I need to tell ChatGPT then write for me a customer persona, but this persona is relevant to Singapore audience only. So that's parameters, like a fence. Tell them, okay, don't go too broad. And when you share with me the answers or the customer persona, I want you to focus on Singapore audience only. So that's parameters. Okay. Any questions on this prompting template? Okay. Let me just try to copy this across so that you all can have it also. Okay. Okay. So some of the theory when it comes to prompting, okay, try to use natural language. Sometimes we will go to ChatGPT and say, create a different customer persona. Okay. Imagine you're telling or briefing your team member or briefing your staff. How will you say it? Create a customer persona for Singapore proud during e-commerce brand. Okay. So that is what it means by use natural language. Almost like you're conversing with the machine. Okay. Avoid ambiguity. So instead of asking Gen AI to write a sales job description, write a sales job description with what title, job destination, what's the required skill set, and so on and so on. And then give me a Christmas caption. Okay, very broad, right? So you want to be more specific. Give me 2 sentences of Christmas greeting for Instagram post caption. Okay, so what I would like you guys to do for those of you who have your spare device or have access to ChatGPT, let's go to ChatGPT. Let's practice the prompt. Okay, using this template. Okay, so imagine so this is what you'll be telling Gen AI ChatGPT. Imagine who they are. and then ask them to write for you a customer persona, what your business is targeting, okay, and then any parameters targeting who, maybe you're targeting female only for your products, or maybe you're targeting audience in Singapore, and then format your response in what format. Okay, so for the next 2 minutes, for those of you who has access to ChatGPT, let's try to prompt ChatGPT using this template and see what is the response that you will get. Okay, so one of you asked, where is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is online. So go to the link that I just shared in the group chat. You can use the free version, don't have to sign up, and see what's the response that you will get. Okay, so another tip for prompting, right? So sometimes you prompt ready, then you realize, yeah, I should have done a better prompt. Like in this example, yeah, now it's giving me examples like Malaysia, Southeast Asia also. I should have specified Singapore only. So instead of typing a new one, what you can do is you just mouse over your prompt again. You see the pencil icon, click on the pencil icon. Okay, imagine you are a durian, a line durian store owner, then send. Okay, then you will get a new response. Okay, one of you also asked, does the paid version of ChatGPT and the free version give you different output? Um, I don't have an answer to that, but my experiencing of using the free version, sometimes you get limitation. Okay, sometimes you get limitation to the kind of usage. Sometimes you use it too much, it will prompt you to restart a new chat. If anyone is on the paid version, can also share your experience. Does the paid version's response actually is better than the free version? Okay, so now we moving on from prompting. We move on to TikTok script generator. Okay, so with TikTok script generator, what we are trying to achieve is to create a video script. Okay, these days, if you look at TikTok, you look at YouTube, and you look at Meta Reels, Instagram stories, you realize a lot of contents, a lot of video. Okay, but sometimes we, as marketers or as business owner, we are stuck. Oh, I don't have so much content to create. Don't have time to keep thinking of video script or what video to act. Uh, there are some tactics that you can use. Okay, one of them is called unicorn strategy. For those of you who came my class before, I have shared. Unicorn strategy is basically you look at what your competitors are doing out there, their top posts of the year, top content of the year, replicate them. Just like when you go to TikTok or you go to Meta Reels, use sometimes see, that creator actually is acting out another video by another creator, which I've seen before. Okay, so what they are actually doing is actually unicorn strategy. They replicate another person because that content already do well. So if they replicate, likely it will be as popular also. So that's unicorn strategy. You like to learn more? Content strategy class will talk more about that. Today's focus is more about using TikTok script generator to create content script for us. Okay, so what we will do is let's go to this URL Okay, putting it in the chat. Okay, so this tool, this tool is by TikTok itself. Okay, so in the future, if you have forgotten what's the URL, right? Perfectly fine. Just remember TikTok script generator. Okay, and then you go to Google or search engine of your choice. Okay, then you type in TikTok script generator. Okay, by TikTok. Okay, this is the tool. Okay, so if you need access back to the same tool, say tomorrow or in weeks to come, just Google search TikTok script generator, click on the URL by TikTok. Okay, so let me explain this TikTok's AI. So TikTok's suite of AI is called Symphony, TikTok Symphony. What it means is basically a suite of different TikTok AI tools created by TikTok for TikTok marketing, for TikTok content creation. Some of the tools includes dubbing. So right now I'm teaching in English, right? So if City were to cut the video and post on social media, they can actually use TikTok Symphony tool. One of them is dubbing, dub it into Chinese language, dub it into say French language. Okay, basically what it means is uh, City cut this video, maybe a 5 seconds clip for marketing. Right now it's in English. Using that tool, I can be seen speaking in Chinese. Okay, I can be seen speaking in French. Okay, so that's the dubbing tool. Again, free to use, but that a little caveat is that you need to have an account with TikTok. Okay, you need to have an ad account with TikTok. Okay, so for this version, okay, you do not need to have an account. It's entirely free to use. You come into this page itself. Okay, uh, if there's any pop-up that appear, you can just close it so that it doesn't block your view. Okay, once you are here, okay, select the industry. Say, okay, I'm using the durian example. I'm from F&B. Okay, my product name. Okay, I sell fresh, maybe Mao Sang Wang durian. Okay, describe my product. Okay, so when it comes to description for generative AI, right? Give prompts, okay? Give prompts. If you give one word, two word prompts, right? Again, data in, data out. If you don't give enough data in, the data output will not be ideal or not as good quality also. So give more prompts so that they can generate good ideal output for you. So let's create a video. Product description for this will be fresh durian, next day delivery, 10% off first order. Okay, generate script. Okay, so basically what this tool does is tell the tool your industry, your product or your service, describe your product and service, and this tool will then generate a video script for you. Okay, so let me just zoom in a little. So you can see over here, okay, script version 1. Okay, start off with a scene that says, ever crave the rich, creamy taste of Pao Shan Wang durian, but thought it wasn't available where you are? Think again. Then it tells you how to add. Okay, excitingly unboxing a durian box. Okay, with a look at explanation. Then text overlay, even tell you what to edit on the screen. Craving durian, we got you. Okay, I will not go through all, but I think you have the idea of it. Okay, if you doesn't like version 1, it's fine. You scroll down, there's a version 2. Okay, so I'll give you all again a few minutes to just try out, play with these two. The link is in the chat itself. Uh, if not, just go to search engine of your choice, look for TikTok script generator. Okay, by TikTok itself, click in, and then put in your prompts. Okay, if you put product description only one word, right, it might not work. Okay, I tried before, put one or two words, it won't work. Okay, try to put in more details so that they know data in, data out. So with the benefit of tools like this, right, it's really help us when it comes to when we are start with video content, we don't know what to say, what to act, okay, what should be the text overlay on the video. These two really helps with the heavy lifting of that aspect. Of course, you can fine tune it. You can even copy, then you can fine tune it further on. Okay. Any questions? One of you say very good, certainly useful for storyboarding for video. Yeah, wait till you see the dubbing version. I am not showing the dubbing version because that requires a login. Also, it's free to use, just that you need to log in to your ad account, TikTok business ad account. Then it actually able to do translation of the voice. So same video of me talking, but in different language, the voice. So pretty amazing stuff. Uh, okay, let's move on to the third tool. Okay, the third tool is Google Music FX. Okay, Google Music FX is by Google itself. It helps to generate music, generate tunes. Okay, the use case for this is music inspiration, ideation. Okay, let me share this tool in the group chat. Okay, so TikTok brand is suite of AI tools or AI features as TikTok Symphony. Google call it Google AI Kitchen. Okay, Google AI Kitchen. Very creative name the platforms comes up with. Okay, so Google's AI Kitchen, AI Test Kitchen. Okay, so the video version is not out for public usage yet. Video creation is not out for public usage yet. The image and the music effects is out for public to use already. So I'm gonna demonstrate how to use the music FX function. Okay. So for those of you who clicked on the link, right, you might be prompted to log in. Okay. So all this platform, right, how it works is most of the time you need to log in. If you don't log into their account, your access may be somewhat limited, or you don't have records of your past prompts and your past output. Okay. So for Google's AI Kitchen, you need to log into your Gmail or Google Suite. Okay, Gmail entirely free to sign up. Okay, okay. So for the music FX tool, how it works is you can just prompt. Okay, maybe Christmas is coming up. Happy Christmas music with guitar and C wave. Just some random prompt. Okay, generate. Okay, let me reshare with music. Okay. Okay, I think you get the gist of it. So with this tool itself, you can really generate different music, different tunes. Haven't heard the C wave yet. But you can do some fine tuning of the prompt. Any questions on this tool? Okay, something I must call out for this tool. At this point of time, Google's AI's kitchens, the output is not for commercial usage yet. Okay, basically what it means is you cannot download and use it for your marketing purpose. Okay. For all other tools that I shared, you can download for your marketing purpose. Okay, you can adapt it, you can use it as is for your marketing purpose. For this, in Google Words, it's for ideation, for storyboarding, not for commercial usage. Okay, one of you ping me and says the music can't be heard. Not sure what's happening. what's happening with the tune. But basically after you prompt it, then you can click play while you're on your own when you do the hands-on, and you will be able to hear the tunes. And then there's also version 1, version 2 that you can choose from. Okay, then you can download if you like the music of it. Track length, how long do you want it to be, and so on. Julie asked, is there a limit to the number of music pieces we can generate? To be frank, I don't know. I never tried maxing it out before. Did try many versions, but I haven't reached across it get maxed out. Okay. Jun Hong asks, is there any other tools that you use to create music for commercial use? Yes, there are. But unfortunately, some of them are paid. Yeah. So why did I choose to share these four tools in today's sharing is because number one is free to use, and number two, the quality. The quality of the output is actually quite great, I would say. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna introduce to you guys to my favorite and the last two for today and my favorite one, Meta AI. Okay, so Meta AI launched about 6 months ago in Singapore. Yeah, 6 months ago in Singapore. In some countries, okay, you tell your friends overseas, oh, I'm using Meta AI, they will be jealous of you because it's not launched in those countries yet. Okay, but more and more countries are available to use for Meta AI. Okay, so with Meta AI, it works something like ChatGPT. You can use it to create customer persona and so on. But my personal favorite right now is to use Meta AI to generate image. Why? The image quality is actually quite ideal at this point of time comparing to other free Gen AI tool, and it's commercial free to use. Yeah, basically it's Creative Commons. You can use it for marketing purpose, except that you have a small watermark at the bottom, but you can crop it away. Okay, so let's get hands-on. Let's all try it. Okay, I have shared in the chat the link to Meta AI. Okay, www.meta.ai. Okay, again, if you forgot next time what's the URL, right? Don't panic. Just go to Google, okay, or a search engine of your choice. Type Meta AI. Double check, okay, whether it's the right platform, right URL, then click in. Okay, so Meta AI, you can use it without login also, but you'll be quite limited. Okay, you'll realize after you prompt already, they will ask you, please log in to get the results or so on. So once you come in here, you click on the mobile phone, right? There's a sidebar. Okay, on desktop, laptop, just click open menu. Okay, login. There's a login here. So I'm logged in already. Okay, so I'm logged in already. So what we will do is we will use Meta AI to generate an image. Okay, remember the prompt earlier? Okay. The prompt template. Okay, but I'm just going to do a shortcut here. So imagine durian seller on the street. Okay, while you type, you will start creating the version already. So you can fine tune on the street with a lot of crowd. Enter. Okay, so it's generating different version of the image for uh you. Okay, then if you like it, you can download it. If not, you can uh edit the prompt. Okay, maybe change the scene to evening. Okay, so now it's evening. Okay, so earlier on I was mentioning, right, free to use. Just take note. Okay, I'm gonna download it and show you guys. there's a watermark at the bottom. Okay, see where my cursor is right now? This one, but I mean by there's a watermark at the bottom. Okay, so for any Meta AI generated images, right, there will be this watermark. If you don't like it, you can use image editing to erase it away, or sometimes you can just crop it, or just use it as it is. So I've seen it in ads, I've seen it in marketing these days. I do see watermarks like this also. Okay, so give you all some time to play with Meta.ai too. So the use case for this, right? So sometimes imagine, okay, you don't have that image, but you want to do marketing with it, or you want to do yeah, any form of marketing with it. Instead of taking a photo, right, you can come into here, do a prompt, okay, edit a few of the changes of the image. Once you get to your ideal one, download and then use it for your marketing. Any copyright issue, no copyright issue. Okay, if you read up the whole terms of Meta AI's uh, legal, basically is Meta is free to use your whatever they collect whatever you're prompting. Okay, they also collect what kind of results they output, but you're free to use this for marketing purpose. Okay, one of you asked me if you can include your own image or include your own logo or your own face for the photo. At this point of time, you can't. Okay, at this point of time, you can't. Okay, one of you asked me for text write up, right? Is ChatGPT or Meta AI better? In my personal opinion, when it comes to ad caption marketing text, ChatGPT is more ideal. Okay, Meta is still better on the creative side of things, the image content. Okay, one of you asked a very good question. Do we, okay, I'll just rephrase your question, right? Do we really need to put this kind of watermark? What's the implication? Okay, when it comes to marketing on ads. Okay, even if you don't label, when it comes to advertising, these days on platform, they will pick it up whether it's AI generated, and then they will have a label for you. Okay, so sometimes when you come across ad or some content on platforms, right, it will say, uh, this is created with AI. Okay, so in a nutshell, if you don't label, when you upload it into platforms for advertising, the platform itself will detect it's actually a Gen AI generated assets and it will label it. Any implication, your target audience will see that it is AI created assets, that's all. Okay, any other questions? Okay, if not, I'll just do a recap. Okay, so today we learned four different tools. I think what I'm trying to showcase to you guys is really moving in 2025 with all these tools out there, more are coming. Each of these platforms, they are introducing more tools also. Meta AI is coming up with their video version. So you prompt the what kind of video content you want, and then you get different scenes of the video. So it's really for you to take advantage of these tools, leverage on these tools. Critically, you need to know how to prompt correctly, do quality prompting. So that is why I shared with you all the prompting template, creator roles, the parameters, Okay. And what's the format you want to get? Even with the image, right? You can even type in prompts like use a 35 mm zoom in or zoom out 0.5, things like that in your prompt. Use natural language. Prompt as if you are telling someone the instruction. Okay. If you have to brief someone what to do, how do you speak? Use natural language. Avoid ambiguity. Okay. Create a durian store seller image. You can create a durian store seller image in a busy street in the evening. Okay. Be specific. Okay. So we went through different tools such as ChatGPT, TikTok script generator, Google Music FX, and Meta AI. In the future, if you forget how to access these tools, just go to Google or a search engine of your choice. Just type in ChatGPT, TikTok script generator, Google Music FX, Meta AI. Click on the link. Okay, you will get to the same tool. End of the day, using this tool when it comes to content creation, content ideation, it really helps to enhance talent productivity. Um, the earlier when the session start, right, I mentioned, imagine you task someone to translate something in 5 or 10 different language. Okay, the person might not know, or you have to hire translation house. These days, you can get the output, not probably not quality finishing, but you can at least get the output out quite fast, and then you can send it to translation house for just vetting. Okay, and really with time and resources free up, you can focus on other aspect of your business, sales, partnership. Okay, the core thing that I want to drive across today is also really get upskills. Without coming to today's session, right, some of you may not know, oh, there are actually such tools out there for us to use. These are 4 of them. There are even more of them. So go to courses, go to trainings, learn, read, really do hands-on. The best way to learn is really get hands-on, play with it, so that you can know what kind of what kind of saving, man-hour saving, what kind of content you can create with this kind of tool. Okay, so before almost to 9 o'clock already, right? So before we wrap up our session, I'll just like you to type in the chat what's your biggest takeaway from today's session, okay? And what is one thing that you will start practicing for tomorrow? Okay, what's your biggest takeaway from the session, and what is one platform or what is one tool you will start practicing for tomorrow? Maybe the biggest takeaway is I didn't know I need to specify a creator role in my prompt. The biggest action is I will use Meta AI tomorrow to create image. Everything new to you. Don't worry. You're still ahead of the curve. Okay, so a lot of these tools is actually just introduced this year. So you're still pretty much ahead of the curve. Okay, great one, Peter. You learn good prompting. Okay.